Man, I could sure get used to this, guys. Check it out. It's about 11:30 a.m. on the East Coast right now, and we have SoFi up almost 7%. It's at $8 per share. Earlier, it was at $8.33, and on Friday, the low was at $7 and roughly 20 cents per share. So you guys can see clearly we're bouncing back big time on this Monday in the midst of an overall green day. As of now, the Russell's up 1.6%, and we have the NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Dow each up 0.3%. So we're going to break down, of course, SoFi in this video, what's going on, the charts, my thoughts, and we'll break down later in the video the indexes. So hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and guys, you might as well follow me on X at Stas Talk Stocks, and you might as well get your free stocks from Moomoo as well. The clock's ticking. Use that link down below or go to StasSurfS.com/Moomoo, and you can get up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. So get on it. Again, use that link down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So like I said, it's about 11:30 a.m. right now on the East Coast, and all the indexes are up, which we'll talk about more later in the video. And SoFi's completely and utterly exploding as earnings are next Monday. You guys probably remember we talked about the earnings yesterday. We've broken them down before, the estimates, all that good stuff in previous videos as well. And the clock's ticking, man. We're almost there next Monday. And again, guys, like I said, SoFi stock is completely on a rampage to start off the week. And you guys can see if I zoom in a little bit here, we ended up uptrending all pre-market. We started off at about 750. Then by the time the markets open, we were at 780. Then boom, once we opened, we shot all the way from 780, 785 up to 833. That was the high, from around 10 a.m. on the East Coast. So that was a move of around, let's see, almost 7% from open to about 10 a.m. on the East Coast. So in the first 30 minutes, this thing ran 30%. Not 30%. I don't know why I said 30%. I meant 6.5%, 7%. Either way, we ran up big time in the first 30 minutes. And since that point, we've pulled back a bit from 833. Now we're at 796. Looks like we're down about 4.5, almost 5% from the highs of the day. But overall, we're still up over 6% on the day, which means from Friday's close to where we are now. So at one point, guys, SoFi was up, let's see, around over 10%. Yeah, about 11% in the morning here. Now we're obviously, obviously seeing a bit of selling, and it looks like now we're under the moving averages on the intraday, and we're about to take out the lows from about, let's see, 30 minutes ago, not even, less than 30 minutes ago. Right here, you guys can see we held about 795, and now we're starting to get under that point, which is not the end of the world. Again, we're still up over or right around 6% on the day, but we are seeing a bit of selling, and now the question is, are we going to hold this trend right here, which let me draw it out so you guys can see, which we're still holding above it, but are we going to get consolidation, buyers to come in here in the high sevens, right around 780, 790? That'd be ideal for the bulls, for this, for this uptrend that we're noticing on the intraday to continue, right? So let's see what happens here at about $7.80 to $8 on SoFi, as now we're getting a bit oversold on the intraday. Honestly, I would not be surprised if we got support here and maybe set up, for another rally heading into the second half of the day. Time will tell. Again, it's only about 11:30, 11:40 when I'm making this video, so a lot could still happen. But either way, the bulls are in charge, up 45 cents, up 6%. We're pulling back a bit. Now let's see if we get the continuation on the intraday here on SoFi. And on the 5-day, you guys can see, guess what? We hit a fresh high this morning. 833 was a high on the 5-day, 5-minute. We just barely took out the highs from, it looks like 10 days ago, where we hit 828, 830 on the 12th of January. So we barely took that high out, but we did. And, now it looks like, again, we're pulling back a bit. We're waiting to see if we do get that consolidation, buyers coming in, which here on the 5-day, 5-minute, we're right by the 50 SMA. This could be a spot where maybe we do get some consolidation, or maybe it slips down to the 180 SMA on the 5-day, 5-minute, which could put it anywhere from 760 to 770. Either way, guys, again, we're looking pretty good on the intraday, the 5-day, and, we're getting a golden cross on this 5-day. It's about time. After we've had all these red days, it seems like, in a row, on SoFi stock, it's about time we do start to get some momentum to the upside, which now you can see on this 20-day chart, we're above the 50 SMA. Well, I guess we were above that on Friday a little bit after the bell. We broke out of it, and of course pre-market today we broke out of it, but either way we're above the 50 SMA now on the 20-day chart and above the 180 SMA. And if we do start breaking above, I'd argue 860, 865, which was the high, it looks like here, from early January up until the 11th of January, it seems like. If we do break above 865, guys, that's where we could really start reversing to the upside in the short term. Let me set my alert. Mark is at or above 865 right now, so we could see potentially something like this. If we do break out of there, maybe a move back towards the 9s. We'll see where it goes from that point. But yeah, SoFi is looking pretty good on this time frame as well. And on the 4-hour chart, you can just see how beaten down SoFi got. The head and shoulders we called out, that played out pretty much fully as it got down to the low 7s on Friday. And now we're just getting our relief rally. What did we talk about, guys? We were due for a relief rally. The stock was down 30% in the first couple weeks of this year, which is just not realistic for that to continue unless the company obviously announces bankruptcy or something like that, which obviously is not the case for SoFi. So we were bound to see something like this, guys, something like, a nice sharp bounce back, which is what we're getting right now. And we're approaching, it looks like, the 180 moving average on the 4-hour chart, which brings us back to 865. That's actually right around the 180 SMA on this time frame. So if that does break, guys, which also 860, 865 roughly was the high from early November, if we're able to break that mid $8 level, there could be a big breakout on SoFi, which we'll see. We have earnings coming up. Obviously, guys, things are up in the air, but yeah, it looks like we're getting a bit of excitement. We're getting a little bit of hype in SoFi today, and we'll see if it lasts, guys, in the midst of an overall green day. As like I said, the Russell's up over 1.5% right now. Looks like we're gapping up now towards 1980, 85, 2,000 points roughly, which was the high from the end of July of this past year. Also looks like 1985 roughly was the high from 2 weeks ago, earlier in January here. So if the Russell could take out 1985, 2000, man, 2070, 2050, maybe 2100 plus, that's where we could be going. We could be getting ready for a breakout. Triple Q, if I pull that up, guys, this just hit, it looks like, another all-time high today. Yeah, we hit 424.73. The breakout's continuing clearly here on the 4-hour chart, you guys can see. And the same thing pretty much on SPY. The ascending triangle we called out, that's still playing out. We hit another all-time high today at 485. 485.22. So that's looking pretty good. Still bullish here on the 4-hour chart. And the Dow, can't forget about the Dow, guys, hit another all-time high. Officially, it looks like over 38,000 points today. Yeah, we hit 38,000 points for the first time ever on the Dow Jones today. We hit 38,109.2 just a couple of hours ago. So, yeah, the bulls are back. Yep, the bulls are back. They took a little bit of a hibernation earlier in January, but they're back. They're back in full force as the Dow, S&P, and the NASDAQ hit all-time highs on Friday and again today on Monday. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments on the markets, SoFi, all that good stuff. Make sure to subscribe. Follow me on X at Stocks Talk Stocks. And don't forget to get your free stocks for Moomoo. Fund your account with at least $100 using that link down below. You get 5 stocks and fund it with at least $1,000 on top of those 5 stocks for a limited time. The clock's ticking. You get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, each up to $2,000, by the way, guys. So get on it. Use that link. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys later.